about First City Films and A Smile Beneath?
First City Films is a company I started in 2007 and brought Angelique on board in 2010, I believe. And I had just been doing some casting and little production work here in town, but I met her on the set of a film, and we began working in partnership to produce our first feature film, Untouched, which is out there being sold now. And since then, we've produced commercials and short films and music videos and some other things. And this is our second feature film, and we have others in the pipeline.
Okay, and the idea of this film, it has something to do with autism. So maybe, Angelique, if you could tell us a little bit about the film and what it has to do with autism.
Absolutely. And just to back up how we came about Smile Beneath was through the book written by Christian Wood and Jeff Wood. They came to us and said, we really see this as a movie. Could you write it into a screenplay and produce this? And so we took it under our wing, and that's how that got started as well. So it is inspired by the book, A Smile Beneath, as well. And so this is a story of a young family who, the movie starts with the birth of their daughter Abigail, and it takes us through this journey of her age 12, and throughout there she's being diagnosed with autism on the spectrum, and she is nonverbal. And so the journey that takes them on, and the struggles that they overcome, and how that rebuilds their family and makes a really beautiful and powerful message.
Yeah.
Well, autism is a subject very near and dear to our hearts. I'm wondering, though, what was it about this story that really caught your eye?
I think the book, although it reads like a journal a little bit, we both felt, I think that, if you don't mind speaking for you, we both felt that there was a great message of faith in there, in a family who, can come together and raise their daughter, and well, they have a son too, but come together and through faith and I guess that's pretty much what I'm saying.
And for me personally, I actually have a degree in child development, and I was a preschool teacher for 4 years. And then I actually became a child development specialist, where I was an early interventionist. And that's where I got actually a lot of my knowledge, and met many families who are on the beginning stages of new diagnosis. And we put a lot of that into the book of personal experiences with other families and what it was like from my point of view going into this, and then putting it from the parents' point of view as well. And so it's actually very dear to us as well, not only in the faith aspect, but in the special needs aspect as well.
We raised a lot of issues when we were writing the script, when we talked to quite a few families of autistic children with autism, and we borrowed a lot of their stories and augmented or recreated or whatever. But a lot of it's very true. We went outside the book, obviously. Like I said, the book's sort of written like a journal, so we had to rewrite it for the screen, and we did that by going to families and talking and hearing their stories, and a lot of them are heartbreaking, and a lot of them are just like the book. They had their hard times when it first began, but they grew together and learned and buckled down and learned how to get husband and wife learned how to get along and both learned how to take care of their children together.
Very inspirational. And so you guys have a sort of a new take on how you're going, because it costs a lot of money to produce a film and to get a film made and to get through the whole process of getting it sold. You guys came up with an idea of something a little bit, we've seen a lot of fundraisers out there, but you're doing something slightly different. Tell us what this campaign is.
So Chip actually came in one day with this idea we've been trying to think about, because we actually had people come to us and say, how can we contribute to the film? We were seeking private investors originally, which we still are, but we had so many people who wanted to contribute. How can we help get this project off the ground, because they believe in this message?
We wanted to give back, because when we first started thinking about raising money, and we do have a couple of investors already, but when we first started thinking of ideas on how to raise money for the film, because we're independent filmmakers, we didn't want to take anything away from families, who are raising children with autism, and we didn't want to go to them. I know there's a lot of families out there and a lot of great organizations out there. We didn't want to go to these communities and go, hey, can you help us make this movie? Because they're doing so much already, and so when we came up with this idea, it was we're going to give money back after the film's made, and that's the most important thing, I think, because I haven't seen anybody else do that, but we felt very strongly that because we had so many people who wanted to help in some way or another with with money, that we were said, let's give something back to these people.
So every dollar raised from this campaign, once we sell the film, goes to charities that the donors have recommended. So if they donate their dollar, they recommend a charity, and when it's done, we raised all $1 million. All $1 million goes back to those charities.
Love it.